Sorry about that, it was a bit boring, was it? Wasn't that exciting? Sorry, I don't know what was going on there. Couldn't find the key. What key was that in? B. It was in B. That's what was going on. Wandering around aimlessly there, making an arse of myself, as you do. Anyway, how's the internet getting on? Off. Amp off. Music on, tunes on, and hello, welcome. Thanks for coming. Tunes on, tunes, come on. These are tunes. Party times, excellent. That should be it. Hello, welcome to Thursday night live. Is that what this is? Something like that. Right. We've got pals. Sorry, I need to move my screen because I can see how many's in the chat and I don't like that. I prefer to be blind. That's better. Right. Hello, Cameron is first in the house. How you doing, mate? Dave Lewis is in. How you doing? The Ubi is in. How you doing, mate? WTF? WTF? Old Man Zen, thank you all for coming. Gerard Ellis is in. How you doing, mate? Francis Chambers, hello. Jojo Fry Rocks is in the house. How we doing? Richard Sheehan, how you doing, mate? Who else we got there? Peter Collins is in. Simon Wenlock. Dinger63 for Dundee. Peter Collins. Oops. Did we maybe say Peter Collins already? I think we might have, but again, anyway, hello. Oh, we just got no sound. Ah, that was the best solo as ever did. Ever. The people come for the no sound solo. How was there no sound? That's weird. Hold on a minute. I want to see if I can get to the bottom of that. Well, actually, you know what? It was pretty terrible. Let me just switch this to the... You won't be able to hear me talking. Sorry, I'm going to try some stuff because we can't have it not working in future. Ah, this is a great start, is it? Right. Come on. Come on. Right, that's coming through this mic, which is not correct. Oh yeah, that is correct. Right, I think I might have fixed it. Will it intro jam again? Or is that enough? What do you think? See if it intro jam again. Right, I'll do it for a minute, right, because it was bad anyway. It was really bad. Really, really bad. What's everybody saying that? Sorry, I've lost the chat. The wheels fell off immediately. Yes, they did. 10 bob for electric meter. Oh dear. Right, okay. I'll go for it. But man, the chat is happening tonight. I'm going to struggle to catch up once I get back in. Right, I'll do a really quick wee jammy jam, right? Really quick. The backing track was in B. Oh no, now I don't have an excuse because I know what key it's in. Right, let's try this. Lammy, you cheeky monkey. But you know what, you're right, it was better. It was better, that's how bad that one was. Anyway, right, okay, good. Glad we got that working. Did we get that working? I hope so. Hello Lammy, by the way. Right, who else did we miss? Catching up. The Ubi, welcome to you, mate. Did we miss anybody? Sorry if I missed you. Peter Collins, no sound, that was the last thing I seen. David, hello mate. Frank Thomas is here. Search for Tones in the house, how you doing mate? Bluer's in. Maria Muggs Davies, hello. Have I missed any? Jack Karowski, how you doing mate? Offsetguitars.co.uk on Reverb. Check them out. Play the telepathy amp, yes. Wow, I'm so smart. Moon's Guitars, how you doing mate? Thanks for coming. Thank you everybody for telling me about how terrible that looked. Welcome in Scotland, no one can hear you. Can you hear me now when I'm talking? Oh no. Wait a minute. Now I'm really worried. No, wait, I'm just way behind. A bit boring. Sorry. Right, everybody's saying they can't hear me and hello to each other. Not a single wrong note, that's correct, Anton. Christian Sons, greetings from Krautland. Hello mate, thanks for coming. And Blur is here and they said the sound is on when it's talk now, good. Quality mug there, correct. That's a mug from The Lamb, who's got his channel in there, The Lamb Live. Check out the channel, live streams, Saturday nights, the best live streams in town. You got to check them out. You will be entertained, guaranteed. Okay, Jimmy Biter's in the house, how you doing mate? Thanks for coming. Frank Thomas, yes, the wheels fell off immediately. Baz is in, how you doing mate? I will caught up. Anton, hello. Tooth77, hello. Connor Campbell's in. The Lamb's got a wee super chat in there. Thank you so much, mate. You absolute gentleman. Is that for the plugs? Is that what's going on there? Some quality snash in the chat. Fair play. There you go. Nice one, mate. Alan Bradbury's in. Hello, mate. Did I miss anybody? Steve Walker Guitars. Hello. Sorry if I've missed anybody. I got way behind. Milehouse Studios. How you doing, mate? He's watching from behind the curtains. I knew that. I could smell something. Steve Walker Guitars, Maureen Wilson, hello Steve, you can call me Mo. I have a question regarding JS400, here we go, we're right in it. Do you have a spare white pickguard or know of any companies that will make one, same as you hate the cream? Yeah, I have got a video in the works. When I went to Birmingham Guitar Show, hooked up with a company called pickguard.co.uk who have a template for the Jet GS400 because I gave him one. I brought one down with me and he's going to be sending me up some pick guards. I'm going to be doing a video on it, but if you don't want to wait for that, then you can find them on Instagram, Etsy and possibly eBay. Real easy to find, pickguard.co.uk. And if you tell them I sent you, because they already have the Jet GS400 template on file, so you should be able to just, if you're getting something standard, like the same pickups that you've already got in it, you should be able to get that ordered pretty seamlessly, I would imagine. So there you go. Not sure the price. I'm pretty sure they're fair priced and it's cheaper than I was paying before from another guy I used to get pick guards from. So there we go. Right, going to go back up to the top. So we're hammering on about mid-price guitars. What's a mid-price guitar? What's a mid-level guitar? What's the other thing someone says? Mid-level, mid-price. I think it was mid-level. I can't remember. Here we go. Here's the poll. That's what we do every week. We do a poll and we ask the questions. By the way, I think this might be the most amount of votes we've possibly ever had ever. 455 votes from humans, mainly. Oh, I'll get to that as well. I've got something else to talk about. Remind me about that. So yeah, mid-range, mid-price. What's a mid-range, mid-price to you? And there was no currency set here, so it's pretty much all over the place. Let's just talk about it. So what we do is we do a poll on a Wednesday. I've turned the music off, haven't I? How much of a shambles is this that I just can't really get going? Oh no, apparently it's still playing. That must have been playing during the track as well. It's a mess. I hope the track was in B as well. Now I can't find my screen. This is amazing. Anyway, Poll on Wednesdays, live stream. This is it now on Thursdays. Friday video. This Friday's video is got a new Starcaster. That's coming up tomorrow. Unboxing video. And what did I go with? Blasphemous unboxing video, because I break 3 cardinal sins in an unboxing video tomorrow. Check it out. Anywho, so we're asking what you thought mid-level, mid-price guitars are, mid-range, and there's no currency here, so this could be pounds, dollars, monopoly monies, doll hairs, whatever you want. Yeah, so between 200 and 349 monopolies, 12%, so that's not enough for most people. And then we go up to 350 to 499 monopolies, 28%, and then this is the lion's share here. People are saying that between 500 and 749 doll hairs, 47%. Yes, this is where we seem to think that mid-level, mid-price sits these days in 2025, according to 455 people of the tubes. Who was that? That was Dave Simpson, people of the tubes. That's what he says, isn't it? So yeah, there we go. And then 13% getting 750 to 1,000. Because everything's got more expensive, which I found quite interesting, because I hear it all the time, people saying that £1,000 is mid-level these days, and old man Steve can't get his head around that. It's just back in my day, you know what I mean? So no, I don't think I've ever spent £1,000 on a guitar before, and I would say all mines are mid-range, I think. Yeah, some are cheap, but then there's the old, what you can actually get for the money these days, like the guitar I was playing at the intro, the old Harley Benton ST Modern Plus, that I argue is the best guitar you can buy for the money in terms of specs and maybe quality. This is the best you can get for the money. It's not my favourite guitar, I don't even particularly like it, but I also don't think you can beat it. So there you go. That's my thoughts on that. Right, let's go back to our poll so we can read a couple of poll questions from the past. Comments, sorry, not questions. Right, who've got in? Oh, there's my pal Trey Shreddens. He believes 500 to 750 is the middle range. Everything in that area has some amazing brands. Yeah, totally. It's very competitive in there, isn't it? Looking for people who are not here in the chat. I don't think D-Mac's in. You're in Canada, so your mid-price will be higher than USA and Europe because of the Canadian lira. For me, mid-price 750 to 1,000, but it's more like 500, 750. And yep, got you. So you're kind of in the popular vote there as well. Makes sense. Pardon me. LCC 8394 says mid-range is a little bit tricky, but for me, budget is budget. Sub 200, my upper limit to any my hobbies will always be 3 weeks wage. That's an interesting way of thinking about it. And that's 1,200, so to me mid-range is somewhere in the middle, 500, 749 on your list seems right. But as with most, there's deals to be had and done. Yeah, and a lot of people mentioned buying used as well, which I think is probably, that's always the smart move, isn't it? I think so. Although I'm not into buying set necks used because I'm weird. Reeled in 58, that's a tricky one. You spent £850 on your guitar. Not a bad price for a Gibson, definitely. So you probably put it in the top price bracket of mid-price guitars. There are Epiphones at that kind of money these days, so you think you got a good deal. Yes, you did, mate. In fact, $850 is like a mid-range Epiphone these days, apparently. That was a joke, or was it? It's kind of half realistic. Bigs, 100, 300 to 500 pound you'd say, and there's so many absolute decent guitars for under 300 these days. Yes mate, 100%. I'd agree with that there. Where's the man John Robson? Where is he at? I know he's spoke, but I can't find him. I wonder if I missed him. Ben Coombs, let's talk Ben Coombs. Our favourite Canadian. Sorry if you're Canadian and I forgot to favourite you. Check out the channel, by the way, Ben Coombs, you've got a great channel. I couldn't select an answer on this poll as all options are low range prices. Mid-range is about $2,000 for me. Anything under 1,000 feels like a toy. Controversial, but there you go. But like we said, Canadian, so Canadian dollars, 2,000 is like, I don't know, you could get like a pizza or something for that here in the UK. Jokes. Where's John Robson went? Where are you? Is he at the top? There, he's at the very top. I define the price brackets as this. 0 to 300 is entry level, 300 to 600 mid-tier, 600 to 1,000 upper crust. There's another pizza reference there. 1,000 plus family heirloom to be passed on to the grandchildren. There you go. Don't know if I can argue with that. Probably not. Sounds about right. Great stuff. Thank you all so much as always for getting involved in the poll. Hugely appreciated. And I've ignored all the live people, so let's say hello to the live. How far have we got? I think we've jumped a lot. I've lost track of this chat. I'm so sorry. There might have been important stuff there. Right, I'll jump in after Lammy's awesome super chat. Thank you so much, mate. Did I heart that? Yes, I did. And we've got the question on the GS400 pickguard. Alan Bradbury, a mid-price guitar is any comparable guitar without 750 quid added to the price tag because it has Gibson or Fender logo on the end of it. That's another good point. So I was thinking that when I was answering the questions, because I've been asked that a lot from people. What's a mid-range guitar? What's a mid-price guitar? And I'm never really sure. But I think the picture I have in my head, I'm always thinking about like well, it used to be a Fender player. I would think that was a mid-level. Because it was essentially the Fender Standard, wasn't it? The made Mexican before. But now there's a new Fender Standard. So somewhere that kind of price. And I'm thinking to myself, does Fender actually set the prices on this? What the market thinks is mid-range, mid-level? I think they maybe do. Well, at least they do in my head, I think. Victory House and James Tejeda are retracting messages. What are you saying? You're saying secret stuff. Oh. OU812, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Check out the OU812 crew as well channel. They do their live streams on, I want to say Sunday night for us in the UK. Check out. Great stuff. I'll have to go over there for a jam sometime. Where do we get to? The Lamb, were you guilty of wrath trying to get the guitar out of the plastic bag they make out of static electricity? Is that for the Starcaster? Possibly, or I was speaking about something else. I don't know. Oh man's end, don't you go stealing my shtick, Steve. Apologies if I did. I didn't mean that. Maureen Wilson, would you try putting a Vega trem in a JS400 in a future video? If I had a Vega trem and I got one for cheap, I would definitely put it in something. And I would probably put it in something like affordable, like a JS400. That's exactly the kind of thing that I do, because I did it with the Goto 510, which isn't as expensive as the Vega trem, but I like refretted it with stainless steel frets as well, thanks to John Robson's recommendation. So yeah, I would totally do something as silly as that. Some people might think silly. Zero regrets here. Where we get to there? Blur, a couple of my guitars are now worth about $1,000 due to interest in years. Nice one, mate. That's what you want. Maureen Wilson, you won a £1,200 ESP LTD MH1000 for £1.99 from Guitar Gear giveaway. You lucky sod. I've always wanted to win a guitar from one of them, but I've got this severe disadvantage where I never buy a ticket. I've never bought a ticket once, so my chances of winning are greatly reduced, should we say. Anton, are Vega trems really much better than a Wilkinson? I have no idea, because I've never tried a Vega trem. And plus, Wilkinson have different grades of trems as well. I think a lot of us think Wilkinson stuff's great, but they've got some stuff that's quite bog standard and not amazing. Some of the stuff we see in affordable guitars actually, and it's just like one of these spec sheet ticking exercises almost. It's got Wilkinson pickups, or it's got Wilkinson hardware or something like that. And usually is a good thing, but they're not always like amazing. They're just kind of passable in that you know you're not getting something like stinking. That's my thoughts on it. But you do get some really good Wilkinson gear as well, like their top end one that's got like the locking saddles and stuff. I've got it on my other Strat through there. Long story. Anyway, I do want to try the Vega Trem Tele one though, that everybody says you're not allowed to try, but I want to try that. Bluer, has anyone seen the new Jackson Crackles? Just above mid-range, look incredible. No, I've not, but I will check them out. Thanks, mate. Malachi's in the house. How you doing, mate? Top of the day to you all. Just taking a bit of a break from my guitar project. Have to drill some new holes in it to get the trem to fit properly. Oh dear, that sounds dangerous. Good luck with that, mate. Hope all goes well. John Little, your concept of mid-price varies according to how much I have in my hobby fund. Yep, that makes sense. IMA 640, if Gibson Custom Shop are up to 20k, are they really? Wow. Surely midway between 20k and 0 is 10k. Yeah, it is. But you mean 10k is mid-range, is that what you mean? Yeah, by that logic then yes, you are correct. Although, you don't get many guitars for 0. Who was that just said they won a guitar for £1.99 is apparently the lowest end of the spectrum. So yeah, between £1.99 and 20k, so yeah, that checks out. That should have been on the poll. 10,000 Monopolies is mid-range. But yeah, the Lamb says, to me the mid-range is what sits alongside Fender Mechs, Epi Standards and PRS SE ranges. Yes, that's it, mate. That's the way I kind of see it as well. It's like they kind of dictate the market. And when they raise the prices, everything else gets raised with it. But when they raise the prices, the smaller guys, the sort of younger brands, the lesser knowns, this is where they get to really excel and put some bonkers specs into guitars for, like, look at that neck. I don't know how many times I've shown this neck. The reason I'm playing this one is, and showing this one today, is two reasons. One is it's kind of relevant to what we're talking about. Sorry, I just can't go over that neck. And the second is that it's not going to be here much longer. I've still got one video left to do, but this is getting sold to my good pal, Steve Murphy. Yeah. He was meant to take it a long time ago, but yeah, basically what happened was I had loads of videos to do on it and I just couldn't get around to doing it. And I've still not got around to doing them. But anyway, so that's going to be going. That's the same guy that bought my Tele parts caster. And he's made it into something new. And it's looking great. And he's playing it. So that's what matters. It's getting played. He's loving it. So it wasn't getting played when I had it. So I'm happy that Steve's getting some good use out of it. Jojo, I don't know, you would never realistically spend 20k on any guitar ever. I know 20k is a bit much, isn't it? But mid-range, like 10k, that's not too bad, is it? Shred and Finn, does that guy have a YouTube channel? I want to see how good he is with an opinion like that. Who's that? I don't know who that was. Was it from the poll? I don't know who it was, but probably, mate, a lot of them have channels. Might have been John Robson. Yes, he's got a channel. And he will be live tomorrow night, 5 PM, beer o'clock. Check it out. Anyway. Jojo Fry, agree with you, Lamb. I think of ranges like Fender Player on the PRS's mid. Yes, we're all on the same page there, I think. Okay, great. Well, kinda. And does that tie in with this as well? 500 to 750. What is a Fender Player now? Let's go on the internet. Come on, let's all play on the internet together. What am I looking for? Fender Player. Fender Player 2. There you go, 679. So, £679. Yeah, there you go. Sits right in the middle of the middle. So, yeah, I think we're maybe onto something there. I've actually answered the question that I thought could never be answered. Or come to some kind of consensus. Possibly. I just thought we were going to be blathering a load of crap tonight, which is kind of what's happening also. Where do we get to? Something sucks for Anton. What happened to Anton? We've got to replace a guitar body due to cracks around the tempo. So no, people not having luck this week with their guitars. That's not fun. Hope that goes well for you too. Mott the Hoople, you bought 3 pretty brilliant second-hand EPs around 10... Wait a minute, have I missed the super chat? Jack Karowski, you absolute legend, thank you so much. Jack Karowski is the man behind Offset Guitars, where I got this beaut from. And one of the videos I'm doing, you might not like me saying this, but it was a guys that I hooked up with in Birmingham again was Tough Set Bridge, which is like a super duper high-end bridge, and I'm going to be installing it in this guitar. And I was hoping to do like a before and after saying high-end bridge is going to be better than the standard one, but Jack set this one up so well that it's going to be like awesome to still awesome. But here's what else is going on, what Jack's talking about right now. He's developed his own bridge, or his company have developed their own bridge, and he's saying it's coming in a few weeks. So that's pretty exciting stuff. If you're into your offset guitars, Mustangs, Jaguars, Jazzmasters, BC Rich, Warlock, no joking, but you get the idea. He's into all that. So thank you so much for the super chat, mate, you absolute legend. And I've lost the chat somehow. Sorry, thank you, mate. So that's what's going on there. And I think you'll be sending out a bridge here as well. I'm assuming, I think that's what's happening. So we'll be able to check that out too, see what it's all about. Exciting times. Where did we get to there? Simon Wenlock, 20k on a guitar, never. As much as they are tools for my job, I couldn't justify it. Yeah, same here. I mean, if you're a musician, how long would it take you to earn 20k out of music? From gigs? God, I still don't even think I've had it in my lifetime yet. Maidenman, you were really considering bidding for Knopfler's MK1 as it was estimated to make 7k, which way out of your price range, but for my Heroes guitar then, I was actually glad it went for 500k. It saved me. Yeah, you just got outbid there, mate. Bloor, Wilkinson is like Floyd Rose, both have the cheaper option, yes. Yeah, they've got many different ranges. Dave Hardy, you've got 2 Gibson SGs, both about $1,000, and a Charvel that was 800, but that is as high as I would go. Got a load of well-priced beauties. Nice one, mate. 800. I mean, my Fender USA Standard Strat, I got that on an amazing deal for $599 in 2005 with a hard case, a Fender hard case. They were blowing them out. Oft, another super chat, and Trey Shredden is in the house. Thank you so much, Trey, you absolute legend. Look at that. Cheers, Trey. Awesome stream the other, when was that? So Trey Shreddens also streams on Sunday night. There's a little bit of an overlap between Trey Shreddens and the OU812 crew, but I would recommend checking out both. I've seen myself doing both at the same time, watching a little bit of both, but Trey Shreddens, OMG, what a player. Face melting stuff. Face melters for like 2 hours solid. 3 hours sometimes. Worth checking out. You absolute legend. So, thanks so much, mate. Where do we get to there? Sorry. Hope you're good, Paul. Paul Crane, you think you mentioned you bought 1 ticket for a breast cancer charity and won a gold top with custom buckers. Nice one, mate. And for doing your bit for charity as well. Win, win, win. Bongo Cookie, Steve, I've got a Harley Benton TE 25th. It's awesome. You don't need to spend over 500-600 quid for a good guitar nowadays. And the Sire guitars are brilliant. Yes, which is what I keep hearing. I need to try one. Hold on. Hold on. Let's show and tell. Because I always talk about this Sire that I've got that I've never shown anyone. So I'm going to show you. Hold on. Everybody calm down. Be back in a minute. Oh, it's a wireless mic so you can still hear us. Hear me. Here it is. Just had to go to the east wing. Okay. You ready? Now this is actually a 1st gen Sire. This predates the Carlton, I believe. There you go. Sire Marcus Miller V7 bass. 1st gen, 5-string. 5-string jazz. Look at this thing. This is how I know that Sire is awesome. See the quality of this. Look at this. 18 volt preamp, two 9 volt batteries. Mental. But yeah, this is an absolute beast. Weighs a ton as well, but yeah, you can feel the quality fit and finish on this. I have always known this has been great. My mate Coco from Coco's Basement put me onto this. And I got it years ago. Got a great deal on it as well off of eBay used. Can't remember how much I paid, but it wasn't a lot. So I've always expected the guitars would be great, but I'm yet to try one. It will happen. It's probably the most requested thing I get asked about on this channel is trying out a Sire guitar. So it will happen one day. I promise. I don't know when. Right. That was a wee bit of show and tell. I suppose I should probably tell you about this stream's sponsor as well. So we're sponsored this week by as the free from lasagna pasta sheets. If you're ever making a lasagna and you need something, I don't think the, oh yeah, gluten free. If you need something gluten free, this has got you. These are good to November 2026. Gas mark 5. Right, so there you go. We've done our bit. That's money in the bank. You hear that? Ching. Anyway, where did we get to there? Moon's Guitars, vintage brand guitars, still making some of the best guitars for the best prices, in my opinion. Oh, I've got problems with vintage guitars. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm doing myself out of probably the experience of trying a great guitar just because I've got a massive bugbear with that brand name. I hate that they're called vintage guitars. I hate it. I hate it. I don't like to hate anything or anyone, but I hate that vintage guitars have got that brand name. Just because it's just that little extra layer of confusion if I'm ever talking about them. Or if it's in conversation. Have you tried a vintage guitar? Yeah, I've tried a 67 Les Paul. No, I mean the brand. Sorry, but that annoys me. Get a better brand name. It's not stupid, right? Sorry, but I have heard they're absolutely great guitars, and I'll have to try one day. I've picked one up a couple of times in shops. They felt heavy, and I really like the look of the Revo series, where they do the sort of surfy things and that. But vintage brand name. Sorry. Sorry, Moon's Guitars. I'll try one out one day. I think it'll make for a funny video as well, actually ranting about that when I get round to trying one out. Sorry. Milehouse, what are you saying, mate? As a guitar maker, that's right, by the way. Milehouse Studios makes guitars. He is a guitar builder, luthier extraordinaire who runs marathons, by the way. What else does he do? He does a lot of stuff. And he's the most entertaining guy on YouTube and my favourite channel ever. If you do not know about Milehouse Studios, get yourself sorted out, go over to the channel, check it out, and prepare to be entertained and learn something in the process. So anyway, what's he saying? As a guitar maker, if I buy sensational exotic timbers and great hardware, it comes in at around £1,000. A large company charging 20k for a guitar is paying much, much less. You're paying over 19k for it. Well, yeah, that's a good point, mate, because you don't have the, well, like the buying power of these big laddies. Yep, totally got you, mate. 19k for labour, yes. Craziness. And that's the other thing, like Milehouse with the doing his commission builds these days. Because he's kind of early in the career of, would that be fair to say? I think this is a great time to get yourself a custom guitar from Milehouse. Get in early. Get one in now. Because you never know what these could be valued in the future. You know what I'm saying? And they're very affordable. Affordable, I suppose it depends on your circumstances, but they're very competitively priced. Like, crazy competitive. Yes. Check them out. Milehouse, do you do Klarna? Do you do Klarna? Paying 3. Anywho, sorry, where did we get to there? I'm lost. Oh, I've missed another super chat. I'm so sorry, mate. Martin Scholes, you absolute legend. You're Wickham. Have a cheap beer on me. I certainly will, mate. Thank you very much. Absolute legend. Sorry for missing that, mate. Wait a minute. I've not hearted it either. There we go. Super chats, I mean. It's mental. I do not deserve it. But you're too kind. Right, where do we get to there? Where are we? Phil H, I'd rather have a Milehouse Studios guitar than a custom shop. I do not blame you. So I got to review one of Paul's early guitars, the Fabric Top Jazzmaster. Videos on the channel from a few weeks ago. Check it out. It's a beautiful guitar, stunning guitar. And yes, I'm putting myself on the list, kinda. Actually, once Paul reaches 100,000 subscribers, which should happen by the end of the year, he says he's going to build me one. So let's all get over there and sub. I've been subbing every day with my alt accounts, trying to get there quicker. Where are we at? James Tejeda, the Ibanez AZ Standard, a little bit above mid-price but still affordable. Yeah, I think that's, I've not tried it, but I think that's going to be an absolute sleeper of a guitar. I hope they bring ones out in the future with a maple board option, or roasted maple or something, but yeah, they've basically just sat themselves right in competition with the Player Series, haven't they? And the, what do you call it? The SEs, kind of just sitting right in there. It's just like, boom, there you go. And the Ibanez stuff, I mean, once you get to a certain level, I mean, it's been a long time since I've tried out some of these cheaper, like Geos and things like that, GRG. God, the model names have always been mental, haven't they? But they were not always the most consistent, but Ibanez stuff, once you get basically up to that AZ Essentials and beyond, the QC's pretty top notch, I think. That's what I hear. Pads 1982, that 599 is 1,050 today. Is it really? Oh, see, it's just me being old. I can't get around it. I've just seen there Milehouse is saying that Trey, talking about Trey Shredens, is also a prolific lover. There you go. You heard it here first. IMA, you'd prefer to pay 70% on the amp, 30% on the guitar, than the other way around. I say no amp. Well, that's a good one actually. You know what? Might have to do that for a future stream. It'd be hard to fit into a poll, but yeah, because I would always agree with you, usually, but not anymore because I don't amp. You know what I mean? Not buying speakers and stuff anymore. Interesting. Chris Otterwell, you have to consider resale value too. But do you? But do you really? I never ever think of resale value. Never. No, maybe if I was buying something for the channel, which I never really do. I always say I'm buying something for the channel, but it's always for myself. But yeah, a lot of people do consider, as a consideration for a lot of people. It's not for me. Jojo, Ibanez makes some awesome mid-range guitars. Back in the day, your RG550 was $370, which was really quite a lot, but not ridiculous, in 1999. Yeah, was that is that MIG as well? That's mental if it is. Trace, something's missing a string. Hopefully not my bass, is it? That bass is almost as big as Steve. Close enough. Milehouse is off because I got a bass. Sorry, am I that far back? Dearie me. Shell alert. Oh, sorry, I'm way far back. I'm going to get caught up. Here we go. The packet is more nutritious than the contents. IMA 640. I don't know where that's came from. Oh, Ben Coombs is in the chat. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. We were just talking about you earlier, mate. Check out the Legendary Canadians channel and live streams and many more things. Ben's a legend, yeah. I was late to the party on Ben, but I'm glad that I have arrived. Where have we got to? Whoops. We jumped again. Sorry, it keeps jumping. I'm getting very selective here. Richard Sheehan, you've got the vintage brand, the Greenie model, superb guitar, the pickups are top notch. See, thank you for specifying the vintage brand. That's what you have to do with those guitars. That's why I hate them, because they make me waste half a second typing brand. Or sorry, I need to stop. Milehouse left hard for the bass. Yes, he did. Moon's guitars. That's why I always type vintage in inverted commas. It's confusing. Agreed. Daft brand name. Yes. See, even the guy that's got one thinks it's stupid. Phil H. Every piece of wood Paul touches to make guitars is infused with profanity. Yeah, that's pretty spot on. What was the video he did on Monday this week? What was he looking at? It was a cracker. He had me in stitches. Hold on, let's see if we can find it. Let's go on the internet again. I'll meet you on the internet. How do we do this? Let's go to YouTube. Let's show you Paul's channel. Wait a minute, what am I doing here? Where is he? There he is. Milehouse Studios. This guy here. Now, what was he doing this week? This guitar needs burning, that's right. It was the one that Kai Down sent you, wasn't it? The 8-string. Oh my god, that was funny. The nick of that guitar. I don't know how they got away with selling that. You definitely check that one out if you've not already seen it. Right. Excuse me. Where did we get to there? OU812, you need Milehouse Studios guitar that curses me when I play it. That could work. Jack Karowski, Steve, feel free to put any bridge on the Jazzmaster, but when it goes tits up, you know where we are. I'm sure, you know what, I'm told that this Tough Set is the real deal, but if there's anyone that can ruin a good bridge or a good anything, it's got to be me. Searching for Tone, you'll sub with your dearly departed granny's account. That's very kind of you, mate. All getting Milehouse closer to that 100k. And me closer to a Milehouse guitar. That's what we're after. Dave Lewis, what are you saying? Steve, my two favourite offset guitars are the Kurt Cobain Fender Signature Jazzmaster over $1,000 and the Squire Fender J Mascis Sig Jazzmaster, now selling less. Interesting. I didn't realise they came down. Blur is saying Ibanez Prestige are amazing guitars, only about 1200 and 5 times the guitar. 5 times the guitar many Gibsons are in reality. Yeah, I mean, what does Ibanez do that's kind of... I mean, yes, I agree with you in terms of value for money. Do Ibanez do like a Gibson-ish design guitar? I'm sure they do. I kind of think of ESP, like Eclipse kind of things. And I think of Ibanez is doing more kind of Strat type things, but I'm sure they do single cut type models, do they? Why can't I think of one? I don't know why I can't. Milehouse, you've got to run. Handmaid's Tale waits. I promised to make Steve a guitar at 100k and I stand by that. Laters, potatoes. Cheers, mate. Absolute legend. Right, we need to get this boy at 100k immediately. Oh, I just missed Paul Bradshaw in the chat there. Where did you go to? How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming along. Check out Paul's channel as well. Chuck your link in, mate. I think we've seen a price hike of guitars that were typically around the £700 to £900 mark and now around the 1200 plus mark. Ibanez premium style guitars, etc. And don't get me started on Gibson guitars. Yes, I think we're all equally angry at this kind of stuff, aren't we? Excuse me. Michael Rockwell, the new Ibanez AZ Standard looks like a killer deal. Kind of wish I would have gotten that instead of my Player Plus. Whoa, yeah, that's a good competitor. Like I said, I'd love a maple option on that for me to be like really on board with that. But in the future, I'll definitely put one on. Trace Reddens is back in with another super chat. You absolute monster. Thank you so much, mate. There goes my vintage brand deal. Yes. I don't think that was ever going to happen. Sometimes you just got to take a stance on something early on and stick with it. So it'll be good to eat humble pie one day if I ever get to try out a vintage guitar. And thank you so much, Trey. I'll put that tenner towards it to getting a vintage guitar. So yeah, it'll be funny to say I hate this brand name, but the guitars are actually pretty good. Or maybe they're not. Maybe the guitar brand name sucks and so does the guitars. Both great, interesting thumbnail title ideas. And then the other one's Fender. Like, I've took a hard stance on like not being a fan of Fender. Kind of like, I've got a complicated relationship with Fender. Love, hate. Mainly hate. Kind of love them. It's weird. Love the guitars, hate the company. How's that? Love the older guitars, hate the company. Up for buying used. Although tomorrow's video I broke one of the cardinal rules. There you go. Jojo Fry, yeah, right, you just bought that Jet Telly for the channel, so you bought it. Nice one, excellent decision. Check out Jojo's channel, of course, by the way. Sorry, I've been mentioning her a few times here and forgot to plug the channel. Check her out, she's got some great content over there. Recently she did the Jet Telly versus the Squire Classic Vibe thin line and was kind of winner stays on, no, one must go, loser leaves town, one of them kind of things. Wee spoiler there as to what happened. Martin Scholes, your Sire T-style with the twin humbuckers is so heavy, weighs more than my USA LP. What was that? Sorry, your T-style, Sire T-style. Right, see, I'm not big on heavy guitars. It's not my favourites. Whoops. Legend, maybe an urban legend, more of a warning really. That's Ben Coombs for you. There you go. Peter Hall, the early V100s vintage were great. Very, very heavy. Oh, see, I wouldn't have been at that. Sorry, Al Lindsay, I didn't see you coming in. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Richard Sheehan, in about 30 years, you'll be able to get vintage relics. Yeah, you know, I think you probably already can. What do you need, 30 years for vintage? Right, hey Steve, look at all the, sorry, Victory House. Hey Steve, look at all the guitars behind you. And the average number now owned by guitarists is 12.5. So it isn't the spend that's changed, it's the number of guitars bought. That is a great point, mate. 2.5k USA or 10 cheapos. Yeah, it's hard to kind of gauge how that is because of the time. So I'm thinking to myself, do I have more guitars now because they're cheap? Or is it because I'm older now and I'm more financially stable than I was when I was younger, that I can afford more, or do I buy more? So you've got a great point there. I'm not sure which one it is. Barry Christian, so do people go brand new or second hand mid-range, and do you get more bang for your buck second hand? You always get more bang for your buck second hand, yes, and I hugely recommend it. I'm a massive fan of second hand, yes. In fact, the only thing that stops me from buying mainly second hand is the channel. You kind of have to get the new thing, don't you, for the channel sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Pardon me. John Little, Ibanez made in Japan guitars are excellent. Tidy frets, good hardware and great paint jobs. Love my Blazer, now 20 years old. Nice one, mate. Does it still fit? I'm only joking, I know what you meant. Guitar Quackery's in the house. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. If you're into the Luthery side of things, as we were saying about Milehouse Studios, Guitar Quackery is another one that is well worth checking out. This guy is forensic with the guitar techery, Luthery stuff. Microscopes, stethoscopes, endoscopes, telescopes, all the scopes. Go and scope it out. See what I did there. Excuse me. Old Man Zen, Country Gentleman that I just picked up. Oh, that'll be great, yes. Made in Japan too. Nice, the quality is impeccable. Do not doubt it. John Docherty, how you doing, mate? Hi Steve, first time I've managed to catch you live. Just traded in your PRS for 2 Jets. It's all on you, lol. Oh mate, I hope you've got them already and you're happy with them. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Paul Bradshaw, maybe a good question is, would you rather spend 1400 monies on a guitar that you love as is, or something about 600-700 that you'll immediately think of upgrading, tuners, bridge pickups, etc, etc? Yeah, for me, I'm an upgrader. I like to make it my own. Ghetto custom shop, that's what I like to call it. Taking something cheap and specking it out, it's fun. Kind of fun a little bit. David Beebe's in the chat as well. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming along. Evening dude, just swinging by briefly between work. Have a good one. Thanks, mate, you too. Check out David Beebe's channel. Ridiculous player as well. Shred-tastic, solo apps, educational content on the live streams. Great stuff. Check them out. What are you saying? Chaotic? Well, you're fashionably late. Babysitting your 4-year-old cousin. She had a play on my guitar and now she wants one. There you go. That's an excuse for you to buy another guitar. And if a 4-year-old it doesn't take, then you'll just have to keep it, will you? Great. Paul Bradshaw, you refretted your vintage V52 Icon. 2 years ago, the guitar cost me $250-ish. The refret 300. No regrets. Yeah, same thing here, mate. I think I was like 170-ish on my Jet. 300 for the refret. Would do it again, 100%. Guitar Quackery, speaking of love-hate with Fender, you just cut a Fender acoustic Sonic in half. Brilliant. I love that video as your mate. In the first opening few seconds, he just smashes a guitar he's supposed to be fixing. I think it's a customer's or something. Or maybe it's not. Sorry, I don't want to get that wrong, but it's very entertaining. Blur, you'll have to do a video rundown of your favourite YouTubers with links in the description. You're right, mate. I will have to do that. Searching for Tone's really good at doing that sort of thing. Sort of bigging up all of our channels. So yeah, I'll have to do that as well. Bongo Cookie, Steve, did you find any good mid-rangers in China that we've not heard of? Not really, mate. It was mainly stuff that we have heard of. But I'll tell you what, the video in 2 weeks, a week on Friday, is going to be my favourite video from China. A lot of people asked if I got a guitar when I was in China. That's all I'm saying. I've been holding this one back for a long time. Speaking of which, I need to tell you about something else. For anybody that's been following the channel for a while, right? Something weird and bad happened. And it's nothing to do with Milehouse. I'll get off of his thing. Hold on, this is going to play, isn't it? No, there we go, good. Right, you can see this. You can, right? The most viewed video on my channel right now, right, is currently this recent one from China, right? 95k subs, right, which over the moon with, amazing. The previous highest viewed video before that was this one, another Chinese guitar shop, right? But that video, I'm almost certain, this is like a Mandela effect here. I'm almost certain that this had like at least 85,000 views, right? I'm sure it did. And I went in like a few days ago and it was saying 53,000. I was like, what has happened? It's like 30k views have gone from this video. So I contacted YouTube support and I was on with a bot and then I was on with a real person. And I went on for ages and turns out they basically couldn't tell me anything. But I think 30k, around 30k views have been removed from that video because I think YouTube thinks it's suspicious views, bots or something. They didn't say that. They couldn't tell me anything. They could only tell me the exact same stuff I could see on my analytics. So that was annoying. But yeah, so something fishy's happened there. So actually, that's why I wanted to put this here, because they says, could you provide evidence? And I was like, I don't think I can. What, have I got to screenshot it? How can I provide evidence? Who screenshots all their videos? So this is evidence now that this one here is at 95 on the 1st of May 2025, just in case the same thing happens to that one in future. Now I've got evidence. Right, YouTube. So I don't know what was going on there. That was really annoying. Anyway, I wanted to mention that. Last thing I need to do, I forgot to plug my Patreon, and hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me now? I should have the mic attached and the backing track music still on. Could you hear me there? Could you still hear me when I did that? I know you're about 5 seconds behind. So I'm going to tell you about the Patreon. I think I've been going on for 3 or 4 weeks now. This is who we've got in the Patreon. Let's shout everybody out. Whoops. Right. Chris McKean, Danny Soul, William Taylor, Steve Murphy, Frank Searching for Tone. Thank you so much, gents, for supporting the channel. And also we've got Frank Chambers, Al Lindsay, Hoser Cottam, Kelso Brago Brandau, Anton Awermencano, sorry mate, Cyborg Guitars, Emoji People, Simon Wenlock, Steve Gunner, Paul Crane, Stevie Mack, Greg Stevenson, and Francis Chambers. Thank you so much for joining the old Patreon. The Patreon's got a free tier. Come over and check out if you like, and there's a 7-day free trial on it as well if you did want to do the paid thing. If I was you, hold off for a couple of months. Wait until there's some new stuff up there. I'm still building it. I almost forgot to post this week, but I put a couple of stuff up last time. I'm going to get better at plugging it later, but you got to do the plug. It's part of the game here. Right. Where are we at? What else did I miss? Let's get caught up. John Docherty, lovely guitars, a few mods already ordered. Nice one. Excellent, glad to hear it, mate. John Little, the number of guitars you own increases to fill the space available. Same goes for amps. You could be onto something there, although less for me with amps, but yes. Mackay71, Eastwood guitars have some great looking mid-price guitars. Nice. And off topic, what happened to the Squire Jazzmaster you bought? This one here. It's still here, and I've got another video to do on it, upgrading the bridge, and potentially another video trying out Offset Guitars' new bridge as well. And funny you should mention, I just did the I've been doing part of the Patreon is Until the Wheels Fall Off jams, where I do an improv jam until it goes all wrong. And the one I did yesterday was with that guitar. So there you go, it's getting used. And I got to plug the Patreon at the same time. Right, sorry. Chaotic, it's a good little Frankie's favourite colour is the same as mine. I missed that, sorry. Whoops, and we jumped again. Trey Shrens is offering an app. Good night to you, mate. Thanks for coming along and thank you so much for your support, you absolute legend. I'll see you on Sunday on your live, mate. Check out Trey's lives and his channel. Blue, YouTube won't tell you they hate to talk to the people using their site. That was the vibe I was getting, mate. Ravensmead, Brian May's Red Special has never been refretted, just maintenance. Wow. Awesome. I wonder what they used for frets. Because it was like made out of a mantle piece, wasn't it? Or something like that. Frets are probably made from an old radiator or something. Dave Lewis, Steve, China and Trump are messing with your vids, mate. Yeah, something's going on, mate. It really annoyed me. If I didn't have the new China video that's outperformed that one, I would have been absolutely devastated. But, yeah, I don't know what's happened there. It's horrible. Horrible feeling. Anywho. Malachi, you've got to get back to your 90s Jackson Grover Super Strat rebuild. Got to begin drilling new holes for the trem system. Have a great day. You too, mate, and thanks again for coming. We're almost out of here. I'll just get caught up and then we'll call it a day. Bluer, Steve, get yourself a Zilla 1x10 stereo cab. Amazing quality and not that pricey, then pair with a micro amp like an Orange Terror. I'm quite happy with my ampless rig, mate. But I appreciate the recommendation. Excuse me. I got to see Zilla cabs in the Birmingham as well. They had a really cool stall, cool products, but I'm just kind of not so much into amps these days. Right, people saying hit like, that's a good thing. GRB Aquatics, any of our USA viewers know of Cozart guitars out of Mississippi, I believe. I don't, mate. Fret King Jeff Whitehorn used. Yes, Fret King is correct. Paul Raphael Jesus, he did a video on that guitar, it's very good. Stevie Mac, you like Offset Guitars UK and Tamworth, fancy a Mustang after next. Go for it, mate. Chaotic, she wants a purple guitar, so going to get her a purple East Coast ST2. And if she loses interest, you can have it. Perfect, mate, that's the way to do it. Ravensmead, are you doing Red Carmageddon? I could give you a lift from Glasgow. Sorry, mate. Undecided as of yet. I really want to go, but it's on a Friday. And I don't finish, it's a school day. I can't get away from school until like 4 o'clock. So, yeah. Leave it with me. It's on my mind agenda. It's definitely something I'm thinking about. And I want to go. I want to meet John Robson. And thanks for coming, Ravensmead. Gary, and thanks for offering for the lift as well. Absolute legend. Gary Bertolo, check out HP42 on reviews of Henry's guitars. They are decent. Yes, I've been keeping an eye on them as well. Guitar Quackery, you just bought a Fender. Really like it's well made. Made Mexico Fender Mustang bass. Nice one, mate. Scott Bogfoot, someone stole all of my views too. Oh no, wait, it was always that low and he's put the plug in. Good on you, mate. Bluer, that's fair, Steve. Modelers are still great. I know they're not as good as amps. I agree with you. It's just practicality these days. There we go. Right, I think we are all caught up. Thank you everybody for coming. I was feeling pretty Not great tonight, but now I'm feeling all re-energized. Thank you so much for coming along and just all being really cool. Oh, other news. Oh wait, I've got one more story to tell you. I put this on the Patreon the other day, but most people are going to be away. Funny story, 2 stories. Story 1, right? My PC has been playing up again. I'm struggling to edit. I've bought a Mac. I've spent, talking about guitars going up, I've just spent like about 4 times as much as I've ever spent on any guitar on a Mac. So that's coming in a couple of weeks. I've got that to learn. Right, here's the next thing, right? I was changing strings on a guitar the other day, and I've got loads of wee spare like half sets and stuff like that. This is just one of about like 10 of these that I've got. And I couldn't find a D string, and I didn't want to open up a new pack of elixirs. I've got about 3-4 packs of elixirs. So I couldn't find a 24, a D string. So I ended up saying to myself, I'm going to fix this. I went on Amazon and I bought 5 24s, single strings, which was an expensive way to do it, but I thought I need to fix this problem where I've got loads of sets missing 24s. So I went on to Amazon on my Teflon and ordered D string, quantity 5, all the same order, right? Ordered. And then the next day, this arrived. With a single 24 in it. And then the next day, this arrived with a single 24 in it. And then the same day, later that evening, these 3 arrived. Any guesses what's in these? I thought that was a funny story. It's not just based on a true story, it's actually a true story. So yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but that was something that happened. Right, okay. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later. And then it's the outro stuff where I try and figure out how to end this. Look at you weren't ordering G strings, hey! Nice one. Anton, good luck with the Mac. Great for music and video. I can't get on with it for work though, it has to be PC. Interesting. Thanks very much. Right, okay, let's get out of here. Thanks again everybody for coming and cheering me up. That was awesome. See you later and stuff.